Hello, this is Mr. Chole Prashantra Mishra, working as an assistant professor in Department of Environmental Science, Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya, Chapoli. This is our first lecture in the academic year 2020 and 21. Today we will going to discuss about the syllabus that is recommended by our university, Swami Ramananda Tirth University, Nanded. Now, for this year, for B.Sc. third year, that is two semester 5th, semester 6. For semester 5th, we study two papers, and for semester 6, also we have two papers. For semester 5th, paper number 12, that is water pollution and wastewater analysis, and paper 13, that is elective number 1, environmental instrumentation or environmental education and biodiversity. In our college, we every year study the paper environmental education and biodiversity. And for semester 6, paper 14, wastewater engineering, and same elective paper, there are two papers, environmental instrumentation second or environmental management, and we study in our college environmental management. Also, we have two practical papers for B.Sc. third year, and these two practical papers totally based on the theory papers of our we studied in semester 5th and semester 6. The paper number 12, that is water pollution and wastewater analysis. In this paper, we are going to study 3 units. In first unit, the introduction of water pollution, that is what is meant by water pollution, how it pollute, what are the different sources of pollution and what are the different sources of pollutants, what is meant by point sources and non-point sources, what are the different types of pollution, that is domestic pollution, industrial pollution, surface water pollution, groundwater pollution. These all aspects we study in unit first in the introduction. In unit second, we are going to study quality of sewage. In this unit, we study what is the purpose of sanitation, what are the different principles of sanitation, what are the different projects going on in this, that is a site for sewage treatment work, different sewerage systems that is used to separate sewage and solid waste. Next, the quality of sewage. In this point, we are going to study the different properties of sewage, that is physical properties, chemical properties, biological properties. In physical properties, we are going to study the color, odor, turbidity, temperature, solids in the sewage. In chemical properties, the hydrogen ion concentration, that is pH, dissolved oxygen, dissolved carbon dioxide, chlorides, hardness, nitrogen base, metals, biochemical oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, that is COD and BOD. These are all the chemical properties of sewage, that is we are going to study in this unit. Next, biological characteristics of sewage. In this, the bacteria, fungi, rotifers, protozoa, crustaceans, viruses, and population of equivalent. These all we study in unit second, that is quality of sewage. Next, last unit, unit 3, that is analysis of sewage and natural methods of sewage disposal. For the analysis of sewage, we have studied the different physical, what are the physical tests, chemical tests, and bacteriological tests going on. In physical tests includes color, odor, temperature, turbidity, and in chemical tests include the chlorine, oil and grease, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen ion concentration, that is pH, total solids present in sewage. And bacteriological test includes MPN, IMVIC and population equivalent. These all include in analysis of sewage. Next is, what are the different natural methods of sewage disposal? How we dispose the sewage naturally? For this, first dilution, disposal by dilution. Next is a self purification of natural water, disposal by land treatment, the sewage used as a fertilizer. Different methods applying for sewage is basin method, flooding method, furrow method, manager turf method, zigzag method. These all discussed in the natural methods of sewage disposal. Here we complete the paper 12. Next, paper 13, environmental education and biodiversity. Sorry, paper 14. Also in this unit, in this paper, we are going to study 3 units. What are the first unit is environmental education. In this unit, we covered the what is meant by environmental, what are the basic aspect of environmental, what is meant by ecology, what is the environmental science, why we need the environmental education, and what are the different goals and objectives of environmental education, what is the different principles of environmental education, what is the role of green teacher, what is mean, first we see the what is meant by the green teacher and what is the role of green teacher in the environmental. And next point is, we have seen in this semester, in this unit, is environmental education in India. First is the formal education, formal environmental education at higher secondary stage, environmental education at college level, and non-formal environmental education. These all point covers in unit first, environmental education. Next, unit second, biodiversity. In this unit, we discuss about the biodiversity, what is the biodiversity, why it is necessary, its definition, the genetic species present in the biodiversity in India, what is the different types of biodiversity, that is genetic biodiversity, species diversity, ecosystem biodiversity. Next is the biogeographical classification of India. India differentiate in the different geographical parts, and we have discussed in this unit, that is different biogeographical classification of India. Next is why India as a mega diversity nation. What is the value of biodiversity? Consumptive and productive use of biodiversity, social, ethical and optional values. Biodiversity are at global, national and local levels. What is the hotspot of biodiversity, threats of biodiversity and habitat loss? These all points we covered in the unit second. Last, unit third, that is natural resources. There are different natural resources. It includes conventional energy resources, non-conventional energy resources, forest resources and wildlife resources. In conventional energy resources, we include the coal, petroleum, natural gas, nuclear energy, geothermal energy, management of conventional energy resources. These all points we covered in the conventional energy resources, and we also need to study what is meant by the conventional energy resources and non-conventional energy resources. Already discussed. In Non-conventional energy resources includes solar energy, hydro energy, tidal energy, biomass energy, and wind energy. And last is the management of non-conventional energy resources. This includes in the non-conventional resources. Next point, forest resources. What are the different resources we found in the forest? What are the different uses of forest resources? Wood products, wood consumption, wood demand, non-wood product, trade of forest product. What is meant by the deforestation and how it affects our climate change? Next is what is afforestation? What is meant by the social forestry, forest management? What are the different national forest policy that is made by Indian government? These all included in the forest resources. Next and last is the wildlife resources. In this, we want to study what is meant by the wildlife, what is wildlife, and what is the relation between wildlife and environment, what are the different endangered species present in Indian wildlife, what are the different causes of depletion of wildlife in India, what are the wildlife trade, and how wildlife management is done. These all points we covered in Unit 3rd, that is natural resources. Thank you.